Hey guys, it's your figure skating big sis Rachel, and we're doing a Q&A today. You can compete at any level, every single level. How much does the average competition dress cost? 200 to 300. Okay, Miss Ballet Corps. Kind of just go with your intuition. Act like someone that you're not. How do you deal with anxiety? Like, you just move on, you forget it happened. These new mics that I got, aren't they cute? So today I'm going to be answering some of your questions on basically just anything in regards to competition, because comp season is starting. I know I said that last time, big girl comp season is starting. So I wanted to give you guys some advice on how to start, how to do everything, any questions that you guys gave me. If you want to participate in the next one, just follow my Instagram or watch out on my community tab, because I asked there as well. First of all, life update. I got a sinus surgery finally. You guys knew how sick I was like this whole year. And I'm finally back on the ice. It's almost been my 2 weeks. I'm getting on a little early because I know I'm gonna wanna go hard on Wednesday, which is my official day back. I literally haven't been able to skate for 2 weeks. So this is my first day back. So we're going really easy today, but that's why I thought it would be fun to answer some questions. If you guys haven't watched my other Q&A video where I did mental health questions, watch that. It's one of my favorite videos actually. Here's a quick rundown on competition in general. So the official season starts July 1st, but like the actual competitions are from August to April. So like one of the bigger competitions that's coming up right now is Skate America, which is in Texas. I wanted to go, but I don't think I can go. I don't have enough money. One day I'd love to cover like competitions and stuff for you guys. That would be so much fun, like watching like competition vlogs. In my experience for my littles, I usually start making their program around November or January, depending on what level they are, because if they're in basic 1, they don't need to be practicing it for that long. And then like their first competition is around March, and then it goes all through the summer and kind of ends around September, because I have one more competition this September, and then that's all the competitions for this year. You can compete at any level or any age. A lot of people ask me like, when should I start and stuff like that, but you can literally start at any age and you can compete at any level. You can compete at basic 1. The hardest thing you have to do is swizzles. Like, you can do that. There are a bunch of different like tracks for figure skating, but I wanted to make a whole separate video just like covering literally all the logistics of that. How can you enter a competition like you hear about? So there's this thing called entier, where you find all the competitions in your area. You sign up with your like USFSA number, and it shows you all the competitions in that area, and then you can also enter them there. But if you can't find it on there, you can also find it on their like professional website. So if you're trying to find one of our biggest competitions here in Washington is like Ice Fest. So if you look up Ice Fest 2024, then you'll find the official website. And you have to put in all your information, like what level you're in. And then you also need to find your coach in it. So you like look up their name, or you look up their specific like number, which you ask them for. But that's like the simple way of how you do that. But you also want to make sure that your coach will be teaching at that competition, so make sure to ask them first before you sign up for things, or they might not be there and you might have to put yourself on. Do you know anything about starting competitions as a beginner teenager? Just turned 18. So you could be an adult skater. So you'd have to go in like the adult track, or you could try like the normal track or the Excel track. It really depends. That's a whole thing. How skilled should you be before joining a competition? Love you, by the way. Love you too. Love you, Pookie. It really depends. This also kind of goes into another question that I got. I really want to wait until I'm a better skater to start competing. Thoughts? If waiting till you're in a higher level makes you feel more confident to go out there and skate, then totally wait. But like, you really don't have to. You can compete at any level. I'm so serious when I say every single level. And you also don't have to do jumps. You could do dance, or you could do like showcase pairs and stuff. Like, there's so many options for you. So there's most definitely something for you. How long are the short and long free skate programs? That's a good question. It really depends on the level. Short program probably is around like 2 minutes 30 seconds, but then your long could be like 3 minutes to 4 minutes. So it depends on the level. But if you want to find out that information, just look up figure skating rulebook, like the IJS one, and it will tell you what level and like what skills you need to do in that level. Skates are on. I'm so excited. I haven't skated for myself in so long. Let's go. It's time. Oh my gosh. I'm back. I'm back, baby. Let's talk music. Do you get to choose your comp music, or does your coach choose it for you? Personally, I'm gonna warm up, but I basically have a Spotify playlist with all of my songs that I think would be good to skate to. But I know some coaches choose their music for their kids just because they have a certain kind of style that they choreograph. And I kind of do too, but it really just, I personally really like movie soundtracks, like La La Land. But I think it's also really important to pick a song that suits the skater. Best songs for ice skating practice. I have a good one. I actually have a playlist. The playlist is just called Skating, and I basically just have a bunch of K-pop songs in there for the locals. Just to expose them to, you know, the world of K-pop, because why are they not in it? But if you want to follow it, my Spotify is just Rachel Liza. I'll link it down below. I'm tired already, bro. Do you prefer classical music or something more upbeat for competition? If the song is like a really pretty classical song, then I'll do it because I skated to this one. Well, it's not classical, but it's from like a music soundtrack and it's really pretty and it kind of sounds classical. But I would say for short programs, I'd choose more upbeat. But for long program, not as upbeat because it's got to have like variation because the program's so long. So you want it to sound like slower, faster, louder. Got any music ideas? I do, don't worry. So of course, Studio Ghibli, K-pop songs, but like the backtracks of it, like Black Swan. That's such a good one. I skated to that one already. Soundtracks, kind of like Abel Korzeniowski is a really good one. He has a lot of good like soundtracks. Some movies that I like taking from is like The Theory of Everything, Pride and Prejudice, like Bridgerton. Bridgerton has some good like covers of songs in like, you know, classical format. So I think those are really good, but those are my ideas. One of the most important parts of ice skating is the dresses, the outfits. Like, how do we match it to the vibes? I personally would take inspiration from whatever the song's from. If you wanted to skate to like La La Land, you look at the movie and you're like, Mia wears like a yellow dress. She also has a green one. So I have a green one. But if you just like sit and listen to the music and kind of like imagine what color makes sense. Like if the song is very beautiful and elegant, I'd normally go for like blue and purple. But if it's more of like a very upbeat song, I normally go for like red or orange. I don't know, that's like kind of what I feel like when I listen to songs. So kind of just go with your intuition. How much does the average competition dress cost? Like, I would not expect you to pay under 100, to be honest. If you're looking for really cheap options, go on Amazon actually. All of my students buy their dresses off of Amazon or Taobao, and the options are really good. I have an Amazon list on there if you guys want to find one. So I would say around probably like 200 to 300 if you go on Amazon, but like could be more, like maybe 500 to 800 if you get like custom, or maybe 1,000. I don't know. I didn't pay for them when I was growing up. They can get really expensive, especially if they're custom, which most of mine were when I got older. Since I'm trying not to do any like spins or jumps today, because I think that's gonna go a little hard, I'm gonna do some show tricks that I've been learning. Currently working on just some unassisted leg lifts, spirals, cool things like that. I also need to work on my T-stops both directions. Let's take a little break from the questions and work on some skating. What if I try to make it ASMR? Let's try it. I was listening to that back and it literally sounded so cool. I'm so excited. These were so worth it. Let's try some spins maybe? How do I find a choreography coach if my normal coach doesn't offer choreo? I actually have a separate coach for choreo. If you're like in basic levels or aspire like 1 to 4, your coach can probably do it for you. But if not, just look for a choreography coach in your area. Yeah, you just kind of look on the website, ask around, ask your coach to see if there are any choreography coaches around. Let's try scratch spin. I'm gonna go slow though. Another question I got was how to not be behind on your program. But the way to do that is to make sure that you have points of reference to know if you're behind or not. Ooh, okay. All right, very dizzy. Or just practicing crossovers. I will show you how to practice crossovers. You try to get more comfortable with just like gathering speed. See how my arms are up, my chin's up. You wanna, instead of doing many fast crossovers, you wanna do them very big. So you wanna push on each cross. So first push, second push. First push, second push. And hold. So that's good practice for you guys. Do that forward, backward, both directions, and do it with a poise, you know? Like chin up, arms up, like, you know what I mean? Guys, I'm only taking my jacket off to show you my outfit because I'm really cold, but this is from Amazon. The other jacket I was wearing is from YesStyle, but look how cute this pink one I got from Halara is. I just wanted to show you because of the back. Look at the back. Okay, Miss Ballet Core. And then I got these from Popflix. They're the flares, and they're in the 27-inch. I think I should have gotten them a little longer, but I assumed since I'm like literally 5 feet tall that I needed the shortest length. But yeah, it's my outfit. Like cute. I'm gonna put my other jacket back on. Tips on the performance aspect / how to play into the music and use your face. Let me tell you, I didn't learn this until probably 13 to 16 years old. It took me way too long, but you can get it faster. And it kind of comes with just being comfortable in yourself and who you are, and then also just being able to act like someone that you're not or exude more confidence than you actually have. So I have like different programs. So I have the looking at me one, which is like fun and like spicy and like sassy. And then I also have like a more beautiful one where I'm just like nice and flowy arms. So like here's the beginning of my looking at me program. I basically just use my eyes kind of. So it's like the model eyes, but you're like, sorry, I can't be serious. I'll show you. I haven't done this choreo in a while, but I need to practice it anyway. Here. See how I'm like tilting my head down, eyes looking at you. And then I open my mouth a little bit. I'm like, wah, ooh, ooh, but like extra dramatic. I also have another program, which is To Photograph by Cody Fry. And it's like more reminiscing, more like beautiful, long limb vibe instead of like fast, quick movements. So it's kind of like the vibe is more like this. So I'm like looking at my hand and I go, look up. So I kind of like have like a, oh, ooh to my face. I don't know how to describe it without like sounds. I'm looking down, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh. And then I'm like, and then I turn. So you gotta like linger on those moments, but it really depends on what music you pick. So I just encourage you to practice in front of a mirror. That's what I do a lot, and it's really fun just taking videos of yourself. I know you'll look a little silly at first. Like if you do it and you feel silly, then you definitely most look silly. So try to exude confidence, try to be very powerful or smooth with your movements. Own them. Own your movements, girl. You got this. I'm gonna try a backspin, but another question I got is, do you have a specific like meal program or like what you eat before competition? I personally don't. I was not like that serious. I wasn't going to the Olympics, but try to eat what I normally would eat. I don't really think, I know food does matter. Wow, I'm dizzy. But like it doesn't change the exact way you're gonna perform. Like if anything, eat healthier and make sure to eat a few carbs before you go on for some like energy and also protein. But I don't have a specific meal plan. I'm trying to eat more healthy though. What kind of practice music will you listen to before your competition? I also have a playlist for that, believe it or not. I have a comp playlist. It has like a lot of silly songs on them, like Sia, Alive, and like Girl on Fire, but it also has some good ones. I've got some K-pop songs on there, like A Energy by aespa, and then Take It by IVE. They're very like high energy or like songs that will give me confidence. But like recently, I've just been listening to worship music. Like literally, like I can do things through Christ who lives in me, period. So it makes me feel better. But whatever works for you and gets you feeling like your best self and that you can accomplish everything that you have been working hard on for like months. Because ultimately, once you get to competition, all you gotta do is put your best foot forward. There's music playing now, so hopefully it's not too loud. But how do I get over comp nerves? I always perform so much when I'm competing. I feel you, babe. It's happened to me many times testing. Another one I got, how do you deal with anxiety? It's honestly good that you have nerves because it helps, because it like excites you and you have more energy. But the minute you get on the ice, it's all gone. Let me tell you, it feels like it's all gone. I think the only thing you can really do is compete as much as you can just to get practice, but also be consistent with when you're practicing. Run your program twice, especially in basic 1 or 2. Like if you're in the basic skills, the Aspire 1 to 4, it's easy. It gets harder, guys. So start it early. Double run-throughs, back to back, girl. I know it sounds like a lot, but I used to do it with a senior free skate program. It was 4 minutes long. If I can do that, you can do a 2-minute long program twice. I believe in you. We have some longer questions. This is really good, honestly. How do you stop comparing yourself to other skaters and focus on your own performance? Sometimes at competitions, I catch myself focusing on my competitors more than myself, and I'm trying to get better at blocking that out. I don't even pay attention to them when I used to skate, and also realizing that competition is for you. If you want to get to the Olympics, that's fine, but competition should be for you. I used to get last every time when I competed. Let me tell you, I am so serious when I say that. It got to a point where I was just always last. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna skate for myself. Whoa, that was crazy. Let's try that again. So I just started skating for myself, and I just looked at my own scores and tried not to look at other people's scores, and that kind of helped. Ugh, that was bad. Ugh. Not gonna lie, my nose kind of hurts whenever I do things. Like if I jump, I don't know if it's just because there's extra air in my nose because I used to have a deviated septum, but it kind of hurts. So I'm trying to go really chill today, but just focusing on yourself and realizing who you're skating for. Is it for them? Is it to get first? If it is, talk to your coach about it, because there is a way to get better. But like, if your main motivator to be skating is for you, skate for you. Skate your best for you, for your coaches, for your family. It can feel that deep when you get like 5th place, but like, it's just another competition. Especially if you compete a lot, do that a lot, because it will help. Let's try some back camel. Ugh. My fave. I just don't want to go too fast. That's why they're all slow, okay, I swear. I'm like really good at spinning. I'm scared in my nose. You can also watch other skaters, and instead of comparing yourself, just be like, ooh, I really want to add this to my routine. Like, I really want to get better at this, just like that. Instead of like comparing yourself and being like, I can never be like that. It's like, girl, yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You can do anything. You can do anything, princess. Like, last question. This is so hashtag relatable because this is happening before. I had a bad performance a couple weeks back. I found that the warm-up and the start of the performance didn't go well, and it distracted me from doing well in the rest of the performance. How do you train so that those situations you just keep going and focus on the performance and nothing else? My coach says this to me all the time, but you have to take it one thing at a time. It's like you have a jump, and then a spin. Like, if that first jump doesn't go good, gone. Didn't happen. Like, you just move on. You forget it happened, because there's nothing you can do about it, especially as well. Should try a few jumps. You just gotta take it one thing at a time. And even when you practice, if that's never happened in practice, that's unfortunate if you do it the first time in competition, but you should be practicing your program enough that even if you mess up, you just keep going, and then after that, you redo it. Finish the whole program, and then you go do the things you messed up on. That's kind of how I practice it, but yeah, I know what happens sometimes. One time I bombed, like literally every single jump in my program once, and I literally cried after. It was so horrible. It's inevitable. I fear it might happen to everybody once. That's all the questions I have today. I hope you guys liked this video. It was really fun. I really miss skating, so I'm glad I'm back. Subscribe to my channel to become one of my skating sisters, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!